Good morning and welcome to Waking Up with Don. I have some special guests here this morning. I have Jennifer Reale from the Eye Center of Northwest Florida. Did I get that right?
North Florida, but that's okay.
North Florida, Northwest. What's in the name? It's the Eye Center. You can't miss it if you drive up 77 at any time in your life. And I also have Janet Kessler here from Arts Alive. Did I get that right?
From the Bay Education Foundation.
See, I'm batting 1,000 already. From the Bay Education Foundation. Now, what in the world do you have to do with the Bay Education Foundation? That would be you, Jennifer.
What do I know? Well,
yeah,
I'm
what
on
do you
the
have
board.
to do with them? You're on the board,
I'm
right?
on the board for the Bay Education
Okay,
Foundation. Yeah,
awesome.
this is, I believe, I'm in my second or third year. I don't know. Time flies when you're having so much fun.
Yeah, I guess it does. And you know what the old axiom is, if you want to get something done, you give it to a busy person.
Yeah, that's true.
I think you're it.
Yeah,
I think you're that busy
Absolutely,
person.
she's it.
Yeah.
I know I'm the busy person. I know that.
And I've sat on a few boards in my life, and yeah, it's a substantial time commitment, and you kind of do it for free, don't you?
Yeah,
it's a volunteer position.
Absolutely, but this is a wonderful cause that Janet can tell you more about. She's actually with the Bay Education Foundation, and so I'm just a board member that does what she needs me to do.
Okay.
But we benefit a lot of kids and teachers here in Bay County schools. So.
All right. So Janet, what exactly is the Bay Education Foundation? It's a nonprofit, right?
Right, it's a nonprofit. We're the direct support foundation for Bay District Schools, which means the students and employees of Bay District Schools are our only charity. We do several things. We do classroom grants for innovative teaching techniques. We do tuition assistance for employees of Bay District Schools to go back and get masters, or even to go into the education business from the start. We do support of what we call Awards of Excellence, which is Teacher of the Year, Support Employee of the Year, Science Fair, History Fair, Math Counts, those sort of things. Our biggest program is something called Take Stock in Children, which is a prepaid college scholarship program for financially at-risk students in Bay District schools. We're currently in the application period for that particular scholarship. If you're the parent of a 6th grade student in Bay District schools who's eligible for free or reduced lunch, please see your guidance counselor for an application.
Well, it sounds like the Bay Education Foundation is doing a whole lot, you know, for their membership and for the community at large. Now, what's your affiliation with Arts Alive? What's that all about?
Arts Alive is one of our 3 big fundraisers. Arts Alive is actually our biggest fundraiser. We have a 5K, which we had last weekend. We have a golf tournament, which we have in August. And then we have Arts Alive, which we have on the first Friday. This is our 4th Arts Alive. We have it on the first Friday of April for the last 4 years. It's a huge event that raises money to go back into our Take Stock in Children scholarship program.
I see.
And then the other half of the money goes via classroom grants right back into Bay District School classrooms for visual and performing arts.
Isn't that awesome? So you're supporting the arts through the schools, and
Yes.
and this is one thing that's kind of really stuck out in my mind about Bay County and Bay County schools in general. For a community this size, they do a lot in the arts.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, they really do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you would be amazed at the talent here locally.
Yeah. What's some of the talent we have?
Well, we had over 90 auditions this year. It was everything from instrumental, musical theater, vocal, acting, what else? Dancing. We had everything. Baton twirling. We had everything. And I'm telling you, it was absolutely amazing. We bring in judges from out of the area, so they are professional judges. We keep the local hands out of it, so it's very upscale. You'll see we have a special guest today with one of our students that was chosen, but it's open to Bay County students and faculty. Teachers can audition. We actually have some faculty involved this year. We choose 15 acts for the main act, and then we have a pre-show that's a silent auction and pre-show, and so we have about 4 or 5 acts for that as well.
Well, maybe we can meet some of that talent on the other side of these important messages and your local weather, brought to you by the West Pittman Law Firm. westpittmanlawfirm.com. Welcome back to Waking Up with Don, and we've got some local talent here that's going to be at Arts Alive. And we have Mia Salavaria from Surfside Middle School. She's going to knock you dead. Take it away, Mia.
I don't have a sunny disposition. I'm not known for being too amused. My demeanor's locked in one position. See my face, I'm enthused. Suddenly, however, I've been puzzled. Bunny rabbits make me want to cry. All my inhibitions have been muzzled, and I think I know why. I'm being pulled in a new direction, but I think I like it. I think I like it. I'm being pulled in a new direction. Through my painful pursuit, somehow birdies took root. All the things I detested, impossibly cute. God, what do I do? Mother always says be kind to strangers, but she doesn't know what they destroy. I can feel the clear and present dangers when she learns that the boy has got me pulled in a new direction. But I think I like it. I think I like it. I'm being pulled in a new direction. But this feeling I know is impossible, so I'll confide that I've tried, but I can't let it go. It's disgustingly true. Pulled, pulled, pulled. Puppy dogs with droopy faces, unicorns with dancing mice, sunrise in wide open spaces, Disney World, I'll go there twice. Butterflies and picnic lunches, bunches of chrysanthemums, lollipops and pillow fights, and Christmas Eve, sugar plums, string quartets and chia pets, and afternoon banana splits, angels watching as I sleep, and Liberace's greatest hits have got me pulled in a new direction. If they keep insisting, I'll stop resisting. Just watch me pulled in a new direction. I should stay in the dark, not obey every spark, but the boy has a bite better far than his bark, and you bet I'll bite too. Do what's truly taboo as I'm pulled in a new direction.
That was just awesome. I am so wowed. And now we're off to a Max Biz tip from Zenobia. We'll be right back.
Zenobia Andrews here, your business system strategist, and I am delighted to be here in the Max Out Studios bringing you your Max Biz tip for today. You know, all week long we've been talking about things that you should consider when you're building your website, things to consider as you're building your website. Now, some of you may say, well, I've already got a website. The things that we're going over this week, you can still implement and add them to your current website today, okay? Now, today's topic is what or who is your target audience? Who's your target audience? And what I want you to do is I want you to ask yourself the question, you know, why are you even creating the website in the first place? And who will be visiting your website? You really want to start thinking about this as you're building your website. And are you selling a product or a service? And then number 3, constantly put yourself in your visitor's shoes as you design and develop your site. You want to think how they would think, you know, and think about that layout of the site, right? You want to structure your site in a way that your users, it's friendly to your users, and they get and they understand the content that's on your website. And then our last segment for this biz tip is, who is your ideal client? You know, what are their demographics? What are their age? What's their income? Where do they live? You really want to study your client so that you know exactly how to support them in your website. Listen, I'm Zenobia Andrews, your business system strategist, and I am here to support you. If you would like more information, you can find me at www.zenoviaandrews.com. If you follow me on social media like Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest, I'll follow you back. And let's continue to press towards the max.
I'm here with Dr. Stephen Favalaro from Forest Park Animal Hospital, and he's going to give us some pet tips for the week. Dr. Fav, what can owners do to better recognize if their pets are having an issue?
That's a good question. I think one of the things that people can do that's really important is to just know their pet. And I think that one of the things that's maybe undervalued, even in all medicines, is a physical exam. When I do a physical exam on a pet, that compared with a history, it tells me a lot of information. And I think that if people did, physical exams, if you will, on their pets, and understood what was normal about their pet on a regular basis, it would help them if they saw something that was different about their pet, that maybe their pet was in some subtle way, trying to let them know, not directly, but it's a clue that maybe there's something that's just not right.
Well, most owners, they love their animals, obviously, and they'll notice different behavioral issues. Like when our little dog was having her little bladder stone issue, she was standing in the laundry room shivering in pain. So we knew, boop, something's up.
Correct.
But how do you check for something like that?
So
what kind of
you wouldn't be able to check for stones per se, unless you've had that history before, and then ooh, this kind of looks like that. But more from a standpoint of, just from a distance, watch your dog and how it stands, how it walks, how it moves, and do that, and subconsciously you do it all the time. But sometimes just sit back and just watch them walk, and then, as they get older, or say maybe they, get a little bit of arthritis, and you start to see that their gait's a little off, that could be an indication to you that, hey, man, my dog doesn't feel well. Because a lot of dogs will be in pain and they won't let you know. And then they'll come into a physical exam, we'll be doing range of motion in a joint, and all of a sudden the dog screams out in pain. They're like, oh my God, well, it's something that's been going on for a while. So
it's amazing to me how resilient they are too. I mean, and they bounce right back, and they're real people pleasers.
Absolutely.
So if they have an issue, they're not one to complain, I suppose.
No, most of the time when they don't feel well, a lot of times a lot of people will tell me, my dog just got really old fast. Particularly when they get to be like 8, 9, people are like, oh, he's an old dog at 8 or 9. Not really. Particularly cats. 10-year-old cat, that cat is prime. Now 17 years old, now we're starting to get up there in age. So
and that's only one life.
Yeah. So but also not only watching them from a distance, but up close. You look at things like the eyes, the colors of the eyes, the ears, are they clean? If the dog's not an aggressive dog, look in their mouth, see what their gums look like, see what their teeth look like, because they'll get a lot of tartar. Obviously, not to be too sarcastic, they don't brush their teeth, and a lot of periodontal disease is genetic. So they get abscessed teeth. A lot of dogs, when they have abscessed teeth, they'll still eat. They're just not quite as active. I can't tell you how many dogs, and we talked about this before in another show, will clean the teeth, pull the abscessed teeth, and man, they like gain 3 years in their life.
Isn't that something?
So I mean, you can look at the hair coat. Do you have a nice shiny hair coat? Is it dry? When you rub your hand on it, does it kind of almost take the moisture out of your hands? Do they have flaky skin? And if it's a cat, is it all matted up? You can look at those things. Do they scratch a lot? Do they shake their head? Do they chew their paws? Look at those things and see what's normal for your dog. You could pay attention to their respiratory rate.
So it sounds like to me that some of these changes are kind of subtle.
They absolutely. Like for instance, the respiratory rate. Most dogs 15 to 20 breaths per minute. Cats around the same. So, and this is at rest. So if you're sitting there and your dog's, taking 40 to 45 breaths
panting,
per minute,
whatever,
or even not even panting, because that would, they don't have to open mouth breathe. They can just sit there and breathe faster. Particularly in older dogs, you start getting around 40 to 45 breaths per minute. That's a pretty high indicator you might have early congestive heart failure. And so that's one of the subtle things that you can start picking up on, just things that are different. And sometimes, and generally it's important when they're older too, because these things will slowly come up. So, if we can pick up on arthritis, we can pick up on heart murmurs, we can pick up on, abdominal pain, a lot of gallbladder disease. You can't diagnose gallbladder disease, by looking at your dog, but you could, they start having decreased appetite, spitting up, things like that. Painful when you pick them up. Those are things that, you can bring to your vet, and, they can do a workup and get you a diagnosis.
So let's just keep an eye on our pets, and they'll continue to give us joy for many more years, we hope.
Absolutely.
That was your pet health tip from the week from Dr. Stephen Favaloro from Forest Park Animal Hospital. Welcome back to Waking Up with Don, and I am speaking to the lovely and vivacious Jennifer Reale and Mia
Salaveria.
Salaveria. I said it about 8 times during the break, and now I totally forgot it when we got on. Arts Alive. How important is that to the Bay Arts Foundation?
It's
Bay
our
Education
biggest,
Foundation?
yeah, Bay Education Foundation. It's our biggest fundraiser. It brings in money for scholarships and grants in the local schools for arts and education.
So it really is just kind of a big showcase of talent,
Yes,
isn't it?
it is a variety show is what it is, and it is an incredible show that we put on at Edgewater. It's going to be Friday, April 4th, and tickets are, go ahead and get tickets now because they're selling out fast. The variety show is amazing, everything from something like Mia to instrumental, just really great stuff. We have...
Speaking of Mia, we got her on the couch here now. I got you cornered because I want to talk to you. I can see you're very, very shy in front of people. And, but why did you audition for this? What motivated you to be part of this?
Well, I love performing, and actually last year I did audition, but I didn't make it that year, so I wanted to keep trying until I could get in because this is it's a wonderful talent show, and there's so many talented people, and I just wanted to be a part of something fun that I could just get more experience doing.
And you seem very young, you know, although, you know, you gave a very mature performance here, if you don't mind me saying so.
Thank you.
And now you're going to be seen by, I guess, hundreds of people. And maybe about 3 or 4 from this show. But my viewership is growing, I tell you. How does that make you feel? Are there other young people that you would encourage to do this?
Oh yes, because this is great for like more experience. If people want to do something bigger in the future, it's always good to start with local things like this to get out there and practice doing what you love to do in front of a lot of people willing to clap for you and everything and be excited for you.
So has this always been a dream of yours?
Yes. When I'm older, I really want to be on Broadway, so I'm glad I get to like start with these little things to make me get there eventually.
Well, you know, we will certainly be keeping an eye out for you because I know we're going to see you on Broadway someday, and maybe someday soon, who the heck knows. So you would encourage young people to come out for this thing because not only are you helping a good cause, you're helping a young person kind of get their feet on the ground.
And I'm telling you, what a confidence booster for them. They actually have the real experience of an audition. We use the Civic Center. Bay Arts Alliance is a huge supporter of ours, so they give us the Civic Center. We bring in judges from out of the area, different scouts and everything. It's closed auditions. And for kids that have never been on a stage and done anything like that, it's a great confidence booster, even if they don't pursue anything like this later in life.
It's just good to do.
It is. It really is.
It looks like great fun. We got to run off to another break, and we'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back. I'm speaking with Jennifer Reale and Janet Kessler from the Bay Education Foundation. We're talking about Arts Alive. Now, tell me about this event. And when is it again?
It's Friday, April 4th at Edgewater Golf and Beach Resort.
Edgewater Golf and Beach Resort.
Yes.
Not just the Edgewater, but the Edgewater Golf and Beach Resort. Got it. That's a mouthful. So tell me about this event. It sounds like it's going to be a pretty good time. I know we were talking a little bit off camera about, you know, what you're going to have to eat. Some of the activities and the entertainment.
It's a steak and lobster dinner, so it's really it's a great meal, great entertainment. There's something for everybody in this show. You know, anything that you can think of, we've got it in this show. Amazing talent. You don't have to listen to a boring speaker.
I believe that. I mean, this little girl Mia was amazingly talented.
Yeah, and there's equal. It's across the board, just as great as she is. So
we're gonna have good food. We're gonna have great talent.
A silent auction, champagne. It's the foundation's 25th year this year, so we're kind of doing something a little special for that to celebrate that.
And how much are the tickets?
They're $125.
And that sounds a little spendy. Is that tax deductible?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm down. I'm down with that then. Well, that's awesome stuff. Now, what's going to happen with all that money once you guys make it?
We'll take the money, we'll split it in half, and we'll buy Take Stock in Children's scholarships, and we'll put the other half of the money right back in the visual and performing arts classrooms.
Wow, that sounds like an amazing time. An amazing time. Now,
absolutely.
Now, how many people usually show up for these things? You said you've done this for a few years, Jennifer?
We've sold 38 tables so far. We're closing it out around 45. So
you could buy a whole table, you know, for your company or whatever if you like.
Yeah, or if you just need an individual ticket or two, we can accommodate that as well.
Okay, and how do we get in touch with you, and how do we buy these tickets?
You can go to our website, www.bayeducationfoundation.org. You can call me at 767-4111. You can follow us on Facebook. You can email me, which I'm not going to give out that address. That's a really long address.
You can go to Janet's house.
You can go to my house.
Do that, no.
But if you call me at 767-4111, I'll definitely work with you.
767-4111.
Yes.
767-4111. Okay,
Absolutely.
and we can do that too. So,
Yeah.
there's no excuse not to go.
Absolutely.
Really,
No.
because in the final equation, you're helping the community, you're helping young people, you're having a good time, and oh, by the way, it's tax deductible.
Right.
What's not to like about this event?
That's the way we feel about
Okay,
it.
I'm gonna have to score some tickets now because now I'm like really interested in it. It sounds like a really cool night out. Is there anything else we need to know about Bay Arts Foundation?
The Bay Education
Bay Education
Foundation
Foundation,
is out there to support Bay District schools. We do a lot of different things. We're a membership-based organization. We welcome members to join at any time and participate in any of our events.
All right, well, we're going to have to let that be the last word, but thank you, ladies, for coming on the
you for
show
having
pleasure.
us.
and telling us all about this cool stuff and bringing me by to sing for us.
Thank
it was just
you.
Thank
awesome
you.
stuff, and good
Yes.
luck with your future endeavors. You've been watching Waking Up with Don, and we will see you next time.